Have you ever think about the origin of WC? Well, it's very simple. W is for water, and C is for closet.
So, what's the reason of that name? People might use it to refer him to bathrooms. But why? Yes, why? One of the associations that we can make about the reason of this name starts at the British pub. These places have a little room that looks like a closet, and because of the toilets work with water, both words work together and make these initials. WC.
Now we are going to show you some historical moments about the changing of toilets. There are 4 principal, and these ones are ancient,
medieval,
Victorian,
And modern.
ancient. Since the beginnings of the time, people used to make their necessities on the earth, the man's bathroom. But throughout time, it was developing the technique to stone structures with holes. Okay, let's see the first civilizations. In ancient Rome, there were public baths around 144. Each toilet, if we can call like that, was next to the other, and there was no problem because people used to socialize there. Well, people talk when they met the physiological necessities. What's up? How are you? How are you doing? And when they finish it, they clean up themselves with a community sponge stick. So gross, because it is just washed into a water bucket. Okay, and when you finish it, the residual water was connected through a sewer system flowing into rivers. So these all contaminated waters go finally to the river.
Okay, now let's talk about the royalty, how they made their necessities. We have to talk about the medieval castles in Europe that were fitted with private toilets known as gardens, typically featuring stone seats about tall holes draining into moats. It was usually a simple hole discharging to the outside into a cesspit or the moat, depending on the structure of the building. Such toilets were often placed inside a small chamber, leading by association to the use of term garderobe to describe the rooms. Many can still be seen in Norman and medieval castles and fortifications. For example, at Bereshim Castle in Germany, where 3 wardrobes are still visible.
Now, the Victorian period. Until the end of 19th century, the most famous toilet in Europe was the earth toilet, a box of granulated clay over a pan. After that, flushing toilets started to replace them, but hardly families had one for each house, so they used to share it with other people, and sometimes they had to wait in lines for a while before using them, just like public toilets today. Don't you think so? Especially, women toilets. Also, people got sick in places like UK because there was no system of sewers. So people threw it bad things to the street. But it changed when the government built one in 1865. By the end of 19th century, toilet pans were made of porcelain that was usually decorated with colorful figures. Seats were made of wood, and cisterns were often emptied by pulling a chain. But this is something that remains in some houses in UK, and you can see them, actually.
Modern. The first mechanism to take care of our waste was designed in 1596 by John Harrington. Since then, there have been many models and ways to improve the flush toilet. By adding better valves and drainage, and also a water tank into the seat, the toilet as we know it today was created. A brilliant physics artifact that uses only water to push water. But of course, it requires a lot. The toilet consumes more than 30% of all water used in a home. The good news are that over the years the toilets have been refined to reduce the amount of water used in order to be more eco-friendly. In 1960, toilets consumed 5 gallons of water each flush. Today they only need 1.6 gallons.
Did you know that? November the 19th is the World Toilet Day. Curious thing, isn't it? It was designed by the United Nations General Assembly, and its purpose is to raise the awareness of the human right to water and sanitation.
According to the ONU, there's more people with cell phones than with toilets around the world. And separate bathrooms for females and males were first offered by the High Society in Paris in 1739.
Around the world, toilet is known by several unusual names like dunny, garderobe, necessary, place of amusement, and private. And ancient Israelis call it house of honor, while early Egyptians call it house of mourning.
And did you know that there is a museum entirely dedicated to toilets? It is located in New Delhi, the capital of India, and the name is Sulaf International Museum of Toilets. It has a large collection of artifacts, objects, pictures that they detail the historical evolution of toilets over the past 4,500 years. We hope you enjoyed this video.
Now you know more about the thing that you use commonly, very commonly.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe for more.
So, see you in the next video.